Hey guys, first off, I want to apologize to Eric, Jody, Nick. Um, thank you guys for doing the interview with me a long time ago. I apologize. Stuff got crazy and I got lost focus, but, and I know some things have probably changed since this interview, but thank you again for doing it, and I'm so sorry for the delay. But everybody, please check out everything that we talked about with Eric, Jody, and Nick. And I was hoping that the interview thing would be a little bit more fruitful, but time is not always the easiest thing with anybody really anymore. So thank you to everyone that has participated in this. And in the meantime, don't you have something better to do? Lead singer of Do Driver just put out some new stuff just this past week. Still active, still awesome, still rocking it out. And I'm proud to say that I knew him back when. We've been friends a long time, and try to keep in touch as much as we can. And like, they had a Kickstarter a couple years ago I donated to, and it was to fund they did a European tour on their own, and he said it was awesome. Everything about it was great. The reception was great. And that's the thing, like, a lot of places in Europe and the rest of the world are still digging the rock stuff. So kudos to them for doing it, because it's all I've ever wanted to do. It's all I still ever want to do is just tour and play as much as I can and see things and do things and meet people that hopefully like what I do. Haven't got there yet, but I mean, it took Deftones 37 years to get a #1 album. So never lose hope. Right? Without any further ado, Velletta! Not Velveeta. The
What?
one and only. Hey, what's up, Jody? How you doing, brother?
Going on, brother?
How you doing?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm great, brother. I'm doing what I can.
Same here.
Thanks for joining. Thanks for doing it.
Thanks for having me.
No worries. It's been fun
I feel
reconnecting with a
honored.
lot of people. What's that?
I feel honored. I'm like,
Whatever,
I'm
dude.
like special.
No. Well, do me a favor, Mr. Jody Velletta.
What's
Tell
up?
everybody a little bit about yourself, as much or as little as you would like to divulge.
I'm a Scorpio. I'm 53. I don't like long walks on the beach. No.
Oh,
Um, uh, I'm a semi-pro singer for 30 years, and keeping it grinding at it until something happens. You know how it goes.
because I was trying to remember because we actually met. It was Jive 5, right?
It was either Jive Injection or Jive 5, one
I
of the
think
two.
it was because Jive Injection was first, right? And then
Yeah,
Jive 5. So I
right.
think it was Jive 5. But I want to say it was like 2000, maybe 2001,
That
probably.
yeah, we turned into Jive 5 in 1999, I think. So yeah, it was probably then, right around there.
And I forget where we met somewhere. It was between Buffalo and Cleveland, but it was. Do you remember what the club was? Was it the Pelican Cove? Was that it?
You know, it might have been. I don't remember if I just tried to get a gig somewhere and I saw this band called Sin Dust.
No, that's not what happened.
I was like, meh, let's try it and see if these guys want to swap a gig, and there we
Hell
go.
yeah, man.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, dude, it had to have been because I think because you and I bonded actually quickly over I Mother Earth. I remember,
Oh yeah.
and like nobody ever knew who I Mother Earth was, and here we are, two goofball singers like loving the Canadian bands. But
You know what, man? That's of all the, I don't know, however many bands we've opened for, I'm guessing a good 60% of them are Canadian,
really,
just because of our proximity.
Buffalo,
Yeah,
right?
our proximity, and It's, you can't help it, but they also, they're got
Nice.
good music. They're nice people. Yeah. Easy work.
Right.
So
Well, I saw you guys. You just put new single out, right? The other day, or
we did. Yeah.
yeah, man.
Last week. And put it out twice. We put the video out twice. Uh, but the song went up on streaming was whatever that day, 2 weeks ago, Saturday. But the video, I put it up, and then I was getting comments about certain things from my bandmates and other people, so I made a few changes and resubmitted it, and it got twice as many views the second time around. So I guess I guess somebody else was right for once.
Sometimes he pays to listen to the band members, right?
I guess.
What did who were you? You're recording that in Buffalo, right?
Yeah, we recorded everything in my garage right here in Akron, New York, oddly enough.
Right.
And we did all the tracking in the garage over the course of a year. And then we took another 9 months to mix it at a studio.
Mhm.
Going like once or twice a week and 3 hours at a time. And then just nitpicking every little detail until we got it the way we wanted it. And
Yeah.
finally, after all these years of settling for stuff, we were like, this is the way we want it, and this is how we want it to sound. We're not leaving this room until it's the way we want it.
You
And
guys still pretty democratic though, and like,
oh yeah,
I mean, it's pretty evenly agreed upon then, huh?
yeah. So a kind of funny thing is this go around, we decided to kind of let our each guy do his own thing.
Oh, really?
So
That's scary.
well, for the most part, is like obviously the song has to be the song, but the Mark, the drummer, wanted a specific sound.
Yeah. Did he
And
use triggers on?
we not on the recording, but we replaced
Okay.
sounds during kind of like a mix of real and
Right.
replacements. But we didn't do any triggers during recording. So he wanted a specific sound. Our bass player Chris wanted a specific sound, and we all have to kind of, it's a give and take, how it goes, but it worked. And I said the same thing. I want this vocal performance to be it. I want to do this many layers. I want to do this many backgrounds. I don't care if I got to take a year to do it, and we did.
Hmm.
But
It took a year.
yeah, a year. But and each of us were kind of did our. I engineered, so I had to sit with each guy. But when it came to vocals, I did it by myself and just put the mic next to the screen so I could do the mouse while I was, you know, being my own worst enemy. And no, no, again, again, again. So
Yeah.
we end up with somewhere between 75 and 80 tracks per song.
Wow.
So I did. Uh, we always do a little too much just in case.
I
Uh,
do that too once in a
yeah.
while.
We did live. Nothing was direct into the computer except for vocals. Really,
Right.
everything else was live mic'd. We
You're just
did
using like a 57, like to a
nope.
cab, and
So I did three mics and a direct signal
oh wow.
per stringed instrument. So I have I wish I had this out in my garage, I could give you the grand tour, but and by garage I mean I have
The studio.
well, it's a gigantic 30 by 40 garage that was the reason I bought this house. And I split it in half and turned half it into a studio. So
Awesome.
anyway, I put a 57, a 421, and a what else did I put on there? An Audix i5, which is basically a 57. It looks like a Audix's version of 57.
Yeah.
And I put those three on the guitar cabinet. We have like an enclosure that I built out of these wall dividers that I have. So it was kind of like a little isolation booth. Put those on the guitar, And then the same thing with the bass rig when it came time to do bass.
Wow.
We different microphones, but similar setup. Three mics and a direct. It was
Okay.
overkill for the bass. We really didn't need it, but in the end, we got to choose. You know, you could. I like the way this sounds. This sounds great. We
Right.
did we did a mixture of the microphone sounds for the guitars, and that way, no matter what guitar he played, the sound difference was coming out of the guitar, not a different mic, a different
Right.
cabinet. We did try a couple different amps, but ended up using a 5150 uh, 3, the little uh, PV. It's a 5150 head that with has the little cross things on the grill of the head. I don't know if you've seen one, you've seen them all, but it sounded great, just straight. Turn up the gain just a little bit, and it was amazing sounding straight
Right.
into out of the cabinet. So that's what we went with, and Mike
Do,
used.
do you usually do like a room mic too, like in the back of the room or anything? Or
Not for we did for the drums, and then ended up not using those. Because the ceiling, I have a 12 foot ceilings in my space, so I have baffles and stuff on the ceiling, but it was such a nice open sound. The room mics weren't adding too much to it that we wanted to use. So we didn't end up really using them. But for the cabinets, no, we just straight out of that little room, and it was the difference between the three mics made a huge difference to the recording. So
is this one of your favorite recordings so far? Like, I mean,
absolutely.
really?
Yeah, even the songs, the way it sounds, the stuff I was able to do. No one, I don't think I've ever met anyone that was 100% happy with their,
That's
you
true.
know,
Yeah.
you're just gonna, you could spend 10 years and not.
Right. That's the hard part is of any art is when to say it's done. You know what
Right,
I mean?
right.
And
But
for me, usually it's like I just want to try to get it done as quick as I can so I don't overthink it.
yeah,
And then it's like most of the time I miss stuff, but that's why I do like extra track like you do,
sure.
just in case, I screwed something up and
Yeah.
need to
Our,
fix it. But
yeah, our thought was let's get the clean track just because if we have to reamp something,
right.
you got a clean track to do it. If I blended, so when we gave the tracks to the studio to mix, I ended up taking those three microphones, and I had a ratio. We listened back and kind of monkeyed around with the different uh, amounts of each mic until we went, ooh, that's a great combination of the three mics or the
So
two.
everybody was there for mixing
Nope,
too then.
that was kind of what I was saying. Like, so
Oh, okay.
for guitar, it was just Mike and I, and he was like, "Yep, I like that sound. Let's go with that." And for Chris, same thing. I like that bass sound. Let's go with that one. And for Mark, the drums were more of a performance thing than a sound because we knew we were going to kind of replace some of them.
Right.
So it was more like oh, I don't like the way that I hit that thing. Let's manipulate that. So it was a lot of editing, not necessarily mixing with him. It was more
Yeah.
editing. But yeah, I ended up blending the three guitar mics into a stereo or a mono signal, and then handed it off to the studio, and then we went from there.
What
So
studio was that then?
this is Mark Custom Recording Studios in Clarence,
Okay.
New York, which is about not even 10 miles down the road from my house. And the engineer there was fantastic. His name, everybody calls him Bishop, and he was just totally into it. Loved the vibe that we were putting out. Willing to do just about anything that we thought up of. Like let's try this, let's try that, and he was like, great, and really smart with the engineering stuff. So you trust a guy after 2 minutes.
Right.
Oh crap, we made a mistake. We shouldn't have come here. Or oh my god, this is the guy. And I knew for first conversation talking to him, like this is going to be the guy. And
Nice.
if he's as good as I feel like he's going to be, then we're going to come out with something good. And we did.
Yeah, you get the good vibe. That's half
Yeah.
the battle, right?
say easily that we've been in every single studio in Western New York at least once
Right.
since we started, and then plus a couple up in Rochester, New York that we've gone to as well. So done quite a bit of recording, but yeah, this is only the seventh full length thing that we've actually put out.
You guys have a pretty similar like music background and taste and everything, or so like when everybody comes to the table, is it just a mishmash, or is it everybody kind of does grow up with the same taste?
No, the four of us are similar enough that and we've known each other. Mike and I have known
Yeah,
each other.
Mike was in Jive Injection with you,
Yeah,
wasn't he?
and Chris was when we started. Then
Right.
he left the band and came back 20 years later. But yeah, we um Mike and I have known each other since 82, 83, something like
Wow.
that. Yeah,
Youngsters.
since we were 11 years old. And then Chris, known since high school, since the 80s. And Mark and I kept seeing each other in the scene for years. And he lived in the same neighborhood that I lived in, and we run into each other at 4th of July. Hey, how's it going, man? How you doing? Who are you playing with? Blah blah blah. And then he's been with us for 15 years now, I think, something like 16, something like that, some crazy amount.
That's the
So
beauty of it though, man. You guys still kicking ass, still rocking, but I mean doing your own thing at whatever pace you want to do it. You know what I mean? That's the only way to do it anymore anyway.
yeah,
Like
well,
I drove my guys crazy to the point where they hate me, you know what I mean? And it's like I
they
don't
don't.
know.
They're just jealous.
No, but I mean, I don't I don't think that most people that I've been in bands with enjoy it as much as I do, even though it's not all total enjoyment, you know what I mean?
Sure, and
And
that's the thing that we get, that I was kind of alluding to, because we've known each other for so long, and we have this thing that we're buddies, not just bandmates,
right,
and it helps with that.
yeah,
So nobody gets sick of anybody else, because we're all, we bitch at each other instead of bitching about each other.
right,
Like, whoa, how come you never want to play gigs? How come you always want to play gigs? How come we can't just, but and we go back and forth like a married couple,
yeah.
rather than when you're in a band with guys that aren't on the same page. It's like pulling teeth sometimes, kind of like, come on, I want to do this thing and nobody else wants to do it. And I know exactly what you're talking about, but it's
What so like what kind of stuff was your favorite music growing up then?
we're all Sabbath, Kiss, Aerosmith, classic rock stuff. That's where we started. um Mike loves Genesis, like, and
Really?
oh yeah,
Like
huge.
Peter Gabriel, Genesis, or
Yep, yep,
Really?
and
Or
Pink
all of
Floyd.
it?
Yeah, Floyd, Genesis. They were that's kind of, we kind of, that's kind of why I wanted to let each guy do his own thing for this
Mm,
particular recording, because Mike has like a funky vibe to him. He likes more like funk music, and not funky style, I should say, more like I Mother Earth, where it's like a, maybe not as distorted, maybe it's a little cleaner, and like the,
right.
the vibe is a little more, got a little more funk to it. Whereas Mark, our drummer, is Harry Connick Jr., and
Really?
that stuff, and he's really into R&B and jazz, but he also likes progressive, like real progressive music, like Dream Theater and real heavy stuff.
Drummers, man. They all love
Right?
Portnoy, don't
Hey,
they?
well, of course, yeah, yeah. And,
Sure he loves Tool and
uh,
Neil Peart and all those guys
yep.
too, right?
And Chris, our bass player, likes really progressive stuff. Yes.
Oh,
And
okay.
kind of Porcupine Tree, like stuff that's
Wow.
kind of out there a little bit to the left. And I'm just more of a
Rock guy.
rock guy. Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
not a classic rock. I love classic rock, obviously, but there's only so many times you can hear Dream On before you want to puke. So, but I love as you know, modern stuff that is like I Mother Earth and Big Wreck. I'm a huge Big
Oh,
Wreck is, to me, is the,
agreed.
and all
Ian's
four of us love Big Wreck. and Rival Sons, Alter Bridge, that vibe. That's
Yeah.
we kind of have our own little
Well, that's the thing. Your
island music.
voice, dude, lends to, I mean, you're one of my favorite singers ever.
You say that to all the girls.
No, I don't, dude. I mean, if I had your range, dude, I could have maybe been something, but I don't know. No, dude, it's just, I mean, uh, that's why I mean, I always kind of looked up to you anyway, too, because it was just like, I don't know if I was just jealous or just, I,
Stop
I'm not,
me flush.
I'm not blowing smoke, dude. It's the truth, but like, like Ian and oh, Miles. I
Yeah,
mean, you're up there, dude.
we're trying to go
I think right there, those three names are underappreciated as hell when it comes to like rock vocalists.
100%. And that's the we don't we don't lift from anybody, but we certainly take notes. And uh, on this new recording, you'll hear I did a lot of harmonies that the
Not
guys
usually,
probably, well, they're not going to be able to reproduce them live.
right?
But this was like a who cares type of
Hmm.
thing. We're like, let's make the Queen album.
Yeah, dude.
Nobody cares. Let's just do it. If we can pull some of it off live, great. If we can't, then we just don't do it. Nobody cares.
But that's what I've
And
always loved about your stuff too. It's always been like it could be a live recording. I'm always guilty of overdoing everything when it comes to recording most of the time of stuff that I'm not going to be able to reproduce on stage or harmonies and it's like I've been trying to slowly wean myself off of that and try to do like left guitar, right guitar, maybe a solo, but try to make it like if you saw a project live, that's what it would sound like.
well, we were always of that thought process of if we can't play it live, let's not record it
Right.
because we pride ourselves in sounding like the recording.
Hmm.
That's how we've always been. But in this day and age, you kind of have to compete at some level of professional sound. So we were like, you know what? Let's just do what we want to do and make it sound the way we want it to sound. If it starts sounding stupid, we'll
Right.
cut back on it. And it's usually on me because I'm going to do, 40 vocal tracks and it's and honestly I'm in the I don't know how you do it but because your vocals I always think they sound amazing. I don't know if you remember this a million
I'm
years ago.
sitting like this and then I try to get it over with as soon as I can because I hate my friggin' voice.
Well, but the thing is and I don't know, you're probably not going to remember this because it was so long ago. you and I wish I could remember what song it was, and I asked you, how did you get that sound? And you said, I just kept layering in the vocals. And to me, that was like, oh my God, you can do that. At the time, we would do two. I would double it.
Yeah.
I would be like, okay, that's enough. And as the years went on, I'm like, man, our recordings sound okay. They're not great. They're not terrible. They're just okay. And I kept pointing out, listen to this tune, listen to this song, listen to this band. These guys have killer vocals. This sounds amazing. Why doesn't ours sound like that? Well, because I wasn't putting in enough stuff. And there is a level that you have to kind of get
Right.
this point before it starts sounding like anything.
But don't you feel like that's like part of growing up too as a musician is knowing how to add just enough where it's not like over the top, but like that just adds that little tiny bit that the average listener doesn't realize is there.
Yeah,
But because I
that's
mean, dude, I've been working for it my whole life and I still haven't got there, but
I don't
I'm
know.
trying.
I always think your recordings sound pretty damn good for
Well,
doing it by
thanks.
yourself. I've always like, man, how the hell is he getting that sound? God damn it! I wish we could sound like that. We just don't have that. We're not that same style, but guitar wise, anyway, it's just but it's damn close. So I was like, I always
It's
like that.
rock, dude. You know what I mean? I mean, that's why I think we've always got along too. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. I've always been a riff guy, and you guys have always had awesome, sweet riffs. And
You're gonna love the new. Well, I think did I send you the whole album at one point, or
you
rough?
sent me,
I sent some rough
you
version.
sent a couple roughs, and you asked my opinion, and hopefully they were okay
Oh yeah.
suggestions.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know.
We
I would
took
expect you
definitely
to
took them
be
back.
honest too, because you
Yeah.
know, it's just there's not too many people that that get blunt about things to try to make it better for.
Yeah. Well, there's no point in, especially a friend who was going to take the advice and use it,
Right.
or at least go, oh, you know what? I didn't think about that. He's right. It does sound muffly, or it does sound whatever. The bottom end is not there, or whatever. Um, so if you like all of our old stuff,
I
you're
do.
gonna love the new stuff because it's more of it. It's
Mm.
just a little more clarity, a little the songs are a little better crafted than we're. I tell everybody when they go, "What kind of music do you play?" And people don't. Oh, you're in a band? No, I just have long hair for about. I just keep it because I like it.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm lazy.
yeah, exactly. I always say that, man. Haircuts are for quitters. Anybody can get a haircut. Just takes discipline. But anyway, they always go, "Oh, I didn't. You're in a band. What kind of music do you play?" And I always tell them, "We play dumb caveman rock because that's what people understand. It. There's not a lot of thinking going on. You don't really have to go. Oh, I don't know if I like that. It's not for musicians. It's for regular people. It's
Yeah.
but we also have this saying that our music is subtly difficult. So if you're listening to it, you may go, "Oh, that's a stupid 3 chord song," but then you listen back and go, "Oh, wait a minute, what the hell tuning is that?" Or that's a weird riff. That's not what I thought it was, and just slightly enough so that the other musicians in the room,
Can
while
respect you
playing the
enough,
gig, will go,
right?
"Oh, dude, that was pretty slick. That little drum fill you did there, I love that."
Right.
So we try to keep it a little interesting, but it's not math. It's
Well,
not difficult math.
oh, I'm with you on that. Like I don't want to play anything I have to think about, or I can't have a couple cocktails beforehand or something. I don't know, but tell me about the Sabbath thing you're doing. I don't know if this will be out by then, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
is it just like it's like a tribute, Ozzy tribute to a point, or
yeah, yeah. It was local guy who was also in the band said put this thing out on Facebook and said, "Is anybody interested in doing? I'm thinking about putting together an Ozzy tribute." Of course, it was right after he died, and I was like the first one to respond. Hell yeah, do Driver will do it. We already did it a couple of years ago. Every year they have I think it's called something into their masses. I can't think of what it is. Gathering in the masses or something like that, something of that effect. Downtown in Buffalo, and it's obviously a night of Black Sabbath. And we played this thing a couple of years ago, and we did 3 tunes, and it was great. So when this came up, I'm like, we're gonna do this. We totally want to do this. So he contacted me. He's like, "Cool, what songs you want to do?" And I told him, and he's like, "All right, well, nobody else is gonna pick those, so no problem because they're all B sides. They're.
cool?
So we're like, all right, sweet." And then he asked a couple days afterwards, "Hey, do you want to also sing for the house band?" And I was like, "Well, how many songs we talking? What are we doing here?" And it's turned into it's going to be a 4 hour gig.
Oh,
There's got to be, I don't know, 40 musicians, 50 musicians
wow.
that signed up to do this thing. So some guys are just guitar that need a band to play with.
Right.
Some guys are, bass player that needs a band, drummer, blah blah blah. And so, luckily, I only have to do 3 other Ozzy songs besides the 2 that we're doing. But it'll be like an all-star jam all night long, but it's structured, so everybody knows who's playing with who, and we know what we're playing, and it
Is
should
there
go.
actually going to be like any type of practice at all, or is it just kind of like,
I don't know, tell you the truth. There are a couple of tribute bands.
oh, okay,
So those guys obviously do play it every day. They're not going to need to practice. And then the guys that, and kind of Buffalo's a small town. Everybody knows everybody.
yeah.
So if it needed to, I could call up the guys I'm playing with and go, "Hey, is there any problem with these tunes? Or do we need to get together once?" But I think we're going to should be all right.
So I see on the flyer though, it's just you. It's not the actual. It doesn't have the band on the
Yeah, we'll
flyer.
have to discuss this. The guy that And he spelled my last name wrong, and he didn't put the band in there. So
Yeah, he's got an A instead of the E, huh?
yeah, but the guy, believe me, my guys have the first to tell me, what the hell, man? We didn't put our name on there. I was like, I know.
I was the contact for the band. They just assumed and didn't even, dude, whatever. It's all
Yeah.
good.
So we're gonna throw down. I ain't worried. We know these tunes like the back of our hands, so it'll be good. And we play them authentically, not we don't try to do anything. We do the right tuning. Well, we tune to their to it's I don't know, it's a half step down from C, I think he said. I can't remember what they said.
I don't
But
think I've ever actually tried to learn a Sabbath song.
it's and they're like I said, they're not your radio hits, so they're out there. We have already have more steps to go. We want to do some Christmas songs.
Nice.
I have been talking about for years. Come on, guys, we got to do a Christmas. We got to do a Christmas song, and then every year November rolls around and it's too late.
Yeah.
But we want to do some Christmas tunes. We have 15 or 16 covers that we actually do
Nice.
or have done, and we want to get those recorded.
What's your favorite cover that you guys do right now?
I believe it or not, I love doing Always Something There to Remind Me.
Oh, Naked Eyes.
Yeah.
I recorded that one. It's great.
Yeah. Everybody does, but we had our own special little twist to it.
Cool.
And it's nothing crazy. Have you ever heard Butch Walker's version?
Uh-uh.
It's very similar to his, but we do driver it. So it's
Nice.
got a little twist to it. I love doing that one. And then we do Lido Shuffle. Do you know that song?
Lido Shuffle.
By Boz Scaggs.
No, I can't say I know that one.
If you heard it, you would know it in a heartbeat. But it's
Any Cleveland people watching this, they're gonna hear that and immediately probably be sad because the Lido Lounge closed a couple years ago, and it was like the bottom of the barrel dirt strip club that was in Lakewood that
nice.
you went to if you really, really wanted to feel better about yourself. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we do and then the guys, we do Beer Drinkers and Hellraisers from ZZ Top,
Oh, nice.
but I don't sing it. Chris and Mark sing.
Really?
I help with the backgrounds, but I also do a harmonica lead. Mike does because the song's very short. The original song is very short, so we lengthened it a little bit. Mike does like a double solo. I do a little harmonica solo, and then but it goes over great because those guys are singing it, and I kind of take a step back, and everybody is the two big dudes in the band.
Yeah, no doubt.
Take over, and it's freaking awesome. I love playing that one.
Cool.
Yeah, we do some weird. We actually do Xanadu from Olivia Newton-John.
Really?
Yes,
Dude, I love that you're doing tunes that nobody does.
yeah, we do some weird stuff, but we're for a little while, when an artist died, we would cover one of their tunes at the next gig.
Right.
So we did when Prince died, we did Computer Blue.
Jesus.
And when David Bowie died, we did Suffragette City, which easy one. And then I can't remember what else. Olivia Newton-John. We did Xanadu.
That's
and,
crazy.
Yeah. And then Boz Scaggs died. We did Lido Shuffle. So it was.
So who are you looking forward to die coming up?
Right. It's like, should we just wait until they die, or should we do a song and hope they don't die?
Right.
But yeah, we do. We were doing, the song. I can't think of the artist. It's a girl group. I don't care. I love it.
Oh, that's
You know the song though.
yes.
Yeah, well, we covered that, and people were like, "I can't believe you guys covered this song. Oh my god, it was so stupid, but it was great." You did. You dropped the bomb on me.
Oh, nice.
We got some weird tunes, but they go over great. People don't expect us to do them. We usually don't do covers.
Is it Iconopop
Iconopop, yes.
with Charlie XCX?
Yep. But the funny thing is, we were doing a gig at a club here in Buffalo once, had an upstairs downstairs thing. Upstairs was like a rock club, and Iconopop was playing downstairs.
No way.
And we didn't do the cover at that time, but they were so loud it was rocking the whole floor while we were playing upstairs. It was
Nice. That's cool, man. I talked a little bit about the European tour, man. Tell me a little bit about that. And do you think you'll try to do another one anytime soon?
I
Or
we actually were talking about the UK instead because it's kind of like a bucket list thing that we wanted to do. A band from Buffalo just went over there. Hearts and Hand Grenades. I don't know
oh,
if
really?
you know those guys.
I've heard of them, yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty decent. They went over to the UK, did a small tour, and we are like, maybe we should do the same and get hooked up with the same company that they used. It's really expensive to go to the UK compared to Europe, but I would go back to Europe in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Like I'd go into debt to go there. It was, we talked about it briefly, but it was an experience of a lifetime. The people there, it's not a fairy tale. The people there do appreciate music more than they do in the States. It's
Right.
just plain and simple. There's no. It's bizarre. We have in Buffalo alone. There's over 200 and something bands, both cover and original. But in Europe, I don't think they have the numbers to do that. And even if they do, you're so far apart from each other that even if you went into a city like Hamburg, Germany or something, it's kind of like New York City where there's little pockets and
Right.
little niche, areas that might have a whole bunch of bands or zero bands and one club. So when you show up and play, it's an event.
Right.
And people are like, I've been waiting all month to come to a gig and go see a live band play. And especially here from America, holy crap. Like,
Do you feel like there's almost too many choices in America for the most part? You know what I mean? Like,
right. I'm
it's
saying,
just, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was so proud of you guys and envious at the same time. And I was like, I couldn't wait to hear it when you got back because it was just like, that sounded amazing. And I was just,
it was,
I'll
and
be your roadie next time. I don't care. I'll do it
you,
for free. I mean,
honestly, and I was telling you about it a long time ago, but it's not as hard as you think, and it's pricey, but if you do it right, you could probably break even or come out ahead, depending on where you actually go.
right.
We could have gone to a few bigger cities, which I would have liked a little more, but the places that we did go were great. I tell you what, if you want to get a bang for your buck, go to Croatia.
Really?
It's great there.
Heard it was beautiful. Like,
It was super crazy nice, and everything was dirt cheap, and they treat you like gold.
Tony
And,
Kukoc,
right?
the man, Tony Kukoc.
Can't go wrong. But it was definitely worth doing. We would do it again in a heartbeat. Like I said, we do things a little bit differently. Few different cities, but the places that we played at were like some of the clubs were packed to the gills. You couldn't even fit another
Right.
body in there, and they all want your autograph. They want to talk to you after the gig. They want to buy your merch. They just were super appreciative of what you were doing, which was you're not going to get that here. Just
There was,
people,
if there's
people
one
there.
regret I had, we talked about actually moving to Europe when we were like 21, and it was like, man, looking back, I kind of wish I would have. But then I would have never met you, right? So,
There you go.
so is there like a projected release date for the new album or anything? Or
Yep, we have the three singles out now, and then the rest of the album we're gonna just put the whole rest of it out. The other 8 tunes we're gonna put out on the it's either the 29th or the 5th. Can't remember which is I think Chris put it on the 5th that we were gonna put it out. Where are we here? We were supposed to put it out the 29th, but I think we're pushing it one more week because we have a few artwork things that we're still kind of thrown up in the air. We have a title for the album, which is called Bound by the Sound, which is one of the songs which we've never really done before. We just kind of name it whatever, but this happened to be like, oh, that's a cool name. That's a great name for the album too. Let's do it.
Right.
Which is just a little like motto for the four of us. You know, we're a unit
Right.
bound by the sound of what we do, how we do it. So it's kind of like this, little theme that we kind of came up with.
It's cool.
And it doesn't lend itself for good artwork for whatever reason. We're like, how about this? No,
Like, it's S&M related.
yeah,
Like
right,
smell the glove cover or
right.
something.
You
Right?
should see the stuff that AI came up with.
It's
Woo!
you on your hands and knees and
Yeah, it was
smelling the glove.
some bizarre stuff. So, which is not out of the ordinary for us, but people frown upon that kind of stuff. I don't know. But so we're going to put the rest of the album out on the 5th, I think September 5th. And then, there's so many options of the release strategies and all this crap. We're old guys. We don't care about any of that stuff. We just want to put it out there. If you want to listen to it, go for it.
I'm with you.
But we were trying to make a video and for every song and put it out every 2 weeks. Like this is like an impossible pace for us to keep up with.
Don't do it because your band will end up hating you.
Yeah, well,
I tried it.
Yeah, there's already been a bunch of your videos are awesome.
Well, thanks, man.
Dude, I swear to God, every time you guys put a video out, I would show it. Check this out. Look what these guys put out today. We just sit there and crack up and laugh at them. Hilarious.
Thanks, man.
Especially the parody ones where you recreate the videos. I was like,
thanks, man.
Like, what is this dude doing to do this every day? And I'm like, how the hell is he putting all these out here? This is like freaking great. So
thank you. I'm glad you appreciate it because honestly, I don't know. I would just do it and then go back and make myself laugh. It's for my own entertainment, really.
Dude, they're great, man. I can't remember what it was, one of the
it was the Billie Eilish one we tried to do shot for shot, but there were some we just couldn't even think about. So there was the one with like, she's sprinkling bird seed for the pigeons. So I was like, all right, well, I'm sprinkling rocks into a KFC bucket. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It worked. Trust me.
Well, thanks, pal.
Shared that plenty of times and watched it plenty of times and cracked up every time.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. For real, man. But that's the funny thing. It's like I recorded so many of those just covers in between all these new originals I'm doing and everything. And it's like I sent them out to all these people, singers, guitar players, whatever. And it's only us old dudes that actually did it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? No, it's like it was weird. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't even watch the work anymore. I'm just kidding. No, I just appreciate you doing it because
no problem.
It sounds awesome, and some of the other ones I've gotten back finally are just going to turn out to be a fun kind of collab type of album. So
that's one thing that we have yet to do.
Right.
We talk about it and getting collaborating with other people, and maybe Mike's not a virtuoso guitar player. Doesn't do all the arpeggios and all that flashy stuff.
He's the riff meister, dude.
Right. And so when we talk about maybe doing a cover of a tune that calls for that, and we have friends that can do that kind of stuff, come on in and do it.
I can't do that, dude.
And well, you're
that's why I had Terry do the guitar solo on that song. Like that's the only one so far that I've had. I got two guests on the same song. So that was kind of a fun, different feel.
Yeah, that was actually pretty slick. I was like, ooh, got some nice guitar on this thing.
You could tell he's a Randy Rhoads guy, right? Because
I was not expecting that. It was cool.
I literally told him, I'm like, do whatever you want, dude. And I don't know, that dude, he's probably still reeling a little bit from Ozzy, but
yeah, well, aren't we all?
Well, dude, thank you for taking the time with me. It's always awesome chatting with you. I think the last time we saw each other was at that Biffy show, right? The Biffy Clyro show.
Yeah. And did you know that the singer was just in New York City a couple days ago?
No.
20th. He was doing a solo acoustic.
Whatever
Yeah.
happened with that super group he was supposed to be doing with like members of Slayer? And
I didn't care for it, but
I didn't hear it. Well, I didn't even hear what it was or what it was called.
it's on Spotify or on the streaming platforms, but
What was it called?
uh that's a great question. I didn't even save it because I listened to it and I went,
Really?
it's unpleasant.
Okay.
Unpleasant.
Okay.
To me.
All
There's no,
right.
not a lot of melody going on. It's like
Okay.
it's heavy, like Biffy's screamy stuff, like the
Yeah.
hardest thing that they can get, that's where they started from and went heavier than that.
Wow.
So it's like real, it's
That
not my
was what? That was in Columbus, right? We ran it. You came down from Columbus, right?
yeah,
Dude,
yeah. They
how many
don't come
shows?
over here. They
How many
gotta
shows you? Dude, they don't come to Cleveland. Nobody comes to Cleveland anymore.
come
Like
to Buffalo either.
we're literally we're the new twin Siamese cities that nobody wants to go to, like good band wise. But
both of
there's
the
some here
armpit,
and there now, finally. But
both of the armpits of the country right next to each other.
luckily, we don't get quite as much of snow as you guys do in the winter. But
We get a little, yeah.
is there anything you want to plug before I let you go, brother?
Just the new album. I mean, we'll be putting it out, the rest of it out.
You still got is it dodriver.net?
.com.
It is .com. Okay.
Yep, newdriver.com. And I'm actually revamping the site as we speak. I was actually doing it just before we got on the Zoom.
Are you doing all that yourself?
Yep, I usually take care of all that stuff and the videos, all the videos that we've just been putting out. I edit and put together. And
How much respect do you have for Our Lady's patience?
my wife is a saint.
Seriously, like, man,
But she knew when we got married that was going to be,
right?
she knew what she was in for. It's
Yeah,
we're coming up on our 30th anniversary, so
that's amazing.
she's she knew she's like something. I don't know.
It's
But
the
my wife
hair, dude.
just
I've never seen you with short hair in the
I
25
got
years
I
I've
got
known you.
pictures.
Yeah, but were you like little?
No, I shaved it all off down to a number one.
Did you?
Oh yeah, long time ago.
Hmm.
I don't recommend it.
Well, it's all good, brother. Seriously, like I said a million times before, this has just been more fun for me just to reconnect with people and hang out and chat with. And so
Cool.
thank you, Jody Velletta of dodriver.com. They got the new album coming out. And then in the meantime, chrisdonleymusic.com and lovelag.com. I recently put up every musical release I've ever put out on my personal Bandcamp. So if you've got money burning in your pocket that you want to waste,
I
get
probably
that
have most
get
of them
that
on
cat.
CD.
You probably do. There's only like, well, there's some that nobody's really ever heard or seen, but and then like got 3 more tribute albums coming out this year alone. So
Nice.
put out the Sponge one and the Faith No More acoustic one, and then I got Mother Love Bones next, then Jane's Addiction Ritual, and then Comsat
Nice.
Angels, and then I don't know what we're doing next year.
Which Faith No More?
It was just kind of like
Test up.
just some of my favorites, and like my buddy Scott Paris, we first bonded over Faith No More, kind of like you and I for I Mother Earth, but actually One More Astronaut's on my list of covers to do.
Good tune.
So maybe I don't know. We'll see if I can sucker you into 2 and 2 more.
You ain't gotta sucker me to do nothing. Just give me a holler. I'm there.
Cool. But yeah, it was just I transposed like 2 from every album, Faith No More album, and just I just recorded them and sent them to him for his birthday. I'm like, here, happy birthday, because he sounds like Patton. I
Nice.
mean, he's a weirdo like Patton, and that's why I've always loved Patton and him. So it's like, then he was like, well, why don't we just both sing on it and we'll release it as a French Donkey album? Because we usually put out a French Donkey album every 10 years. So
Nice.
it's coming up on that. So he was like, all right, just put it out. So we just called it as a French Donkey acoustic tribute to Faith No More. So
Angel
it's up
Dust is my
there.
favorite album from them.
Which one?
Angel Dust.
Angel Dust. I mean, that was the one
Ridiculous.
I think I got really bit by the bug. You know what I mean? And then I don't know. They really can't do any wrong for me. Kind of like Deftones for me. Like Faith No More Deftones can't do anything wrong to
The
me.
new album's not too bad. I don't know if you
Dude, of course I got it. It's friggin', it's beautiful. It's ugly, it's heavy, it's beautiful. I don't know. I think it's maybe one of their best works, personally.
I
Even on
would
the first listen.
I would almost agree with you. That's it's pretty damn close. If it ain't, they're one of those bands that just gets better and better. Like
Well, I agree. And the funny thing is like a lot of my friends fell off after like Pony, but I feel like they came into their own like once Frank the DJ and got the atmospheric, the feel, and like the weirder stuff. And I don't know. It's just my jam. I love Deftones.
me too.
Well, Jody, thank you, brother. I will let you know if there is any other links. Just text me, and everything will be underneath. In the meantime, Jody Velletta, thank you. Don't you have something better to do? I'm Chris. We'll see you next time. Thanks, pal.
Hey man, thanks a lot.